What up, bros? This is the All Bros Podcast. I am Jonathan.
And I'm Caleb.
And we are a couple of aspiring filmmakers that love to watch and critique movies, but also enjoy a bit of the nerd life. All right, this week on the podcast, we'll be talking about some adventures in hunting. We got some Valentine's Day pops coming up. And then over in Blu-rays, we got a special movie coming out this week that I have already picked up because this movie is fantastic. And then through the wall, we got some news about Dark Phoenix, which sadly is not good.
Nope.
Really is
real
not.
bad.
Yeah. Whew. And then this week's sneak peeks, we got our first trailer for Child's Play, the 2019 remake. We got our second trailer for Happy Death Day to You, which actually opens up tomorrow, I think?
The 13th, yeah.
Yeah, damn. Cool. And then we got our newest look at Aladdin, where we got to finally see Will Smith's genie.
And we have thoughts.
Yes. Lots and lots of thoughts. And then our main event will be our All Bros breakdown of Bohemian Rhapsody. So, yeah. What do you say we get to it?
Let's do it.
All right. All right, so in Adventures in Hunting, Funko has announced these new kind of like Valentine's Day sets that they're coming out with. They're looks like gonna be available at both Target and Hot Topic. So it's gonna come in like classic like Disney pairs. So we got Donald and Daisy, we got Stitch, and I don't know his girlfriend's name.
I didn't realize he had a girlfriend.
It didn't.
I feel like
I don't think it happened until the show.
In the show?
Yeah.
That's dumb.
The show was good, though.
The show was good,
Yeah.
but it's still a dumb... that's not an iconic pair.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of someone else you could have done. That was, that's Disney related. They've already done Ariel and Prince Eric.
Dude, I would have loved them to do Goofy and... isn't it Clarabelle?
Oh, that would be so cool.
Right? Dude,
that would have been so much better than Stitch and
what's perfect. They already have Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Daisy, so why not give Mickey his
You mean Goofy?
Sorry, Goofy. I'm sorry.
They already did give Mickey his.
I'm sorry. Give Goofy his other half. I don't know what wording I'm trying to say here. But
was that really like a pairing?
I think so. I'm pretty sure. I think it was Goofy and Clarabelle. At least that's what it was in the Three Musketeers.
Okay. I think we can go off that then.
Okay. All right. Works for me. And then the other one that we have... So it's Donald and Daisy, Mickey and Minnie, Stitch and his girlfriend. I'm sure it's like 6 something. Usually always is. And then we have Pongo and Purdy from 101 Dalmatians.
That's a cool one.
Yeah.
Is the Mickey and Minnie one new?
I don't...
Because I'm pretty sure I've seen that one before.
Yeah, I think I have too. So that might be a reissue. But I do not exactly know. I know the one that I definitely want the most out of this one is Donald and Daisy. Because I want a Donald Funko Pop so bad. So I'll be on the lookout for that one especially.
Yeah, I think I might get Brielle for Valentine's Day, the Mickey and Minnie one.
Yeah. Aw, how sweet.
Yeah. Even though she's not super into Funko Pops. Maybe. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, because it's just come to light that she doesn't really like Valentine's Day. Oh. And I've been making a big-ish deal of it every year.
Oh.
And it just came to light that she doesn't.
So this is like the first time where you can actually kind of step it down a little bit. You don't have to step it up.
Mm-hmm, probably.
Damn. When does that happen?
When I've had to step down?
No, like that never happens to a guy. It's usually he has to step up, but in this case, you have to step down a little bit.
I do, because I'm the hopeless romantic of the relationship. And hopeless is the key word there.
Funny. All right. So that's it for Pops. But with Blu-rays, The movie that we are actually reviewing on this episode came out today, Bohemian Rhapsody. My friend Sammy was thankfully so cool to pick me up an extra copy of the Steelbook this morning because I wasn't able to make it out to Best Buy because I worked. So I was able to get that after I got off, and it's a great Steelbook. It looked beautiful. And what I love, it's the 4K plus Blu-ray plus digital copy, and it was only $30. That's really good.
That's not bad,
Yeah.
especially for this movie.
Yeah, right? So, very glad that I picked up the Steelbook, but they also have just the regular Blu-ray, the regular 4K, and then Target has a Digibook, which looks very nice as well. But that's just the regular Blu-ray. That's the only bad thing about that. It's just the regular Blu-ray. It would have been nice if it was 4K, but usually I'm a Steelbook kind of guy. I usually don't go for digibooks unless it's like DC. So, yeah. But very glad that I picked up this movie, and very much looking forward to breaking it down later in the episode. Yeah. All right, should we jump through the I cannot talk on this episode, but that's usually the case on most episodes. Let's face it, right? So with Through the Wall news, Caleb knows more about this. We've had some Dark Phoenix test screenings already, and things aren't looking good.
No, they are not. So there's a critic that has gone through and seen 3 different test viewings because the original release date of The Dark Phoenix was supposed to be November 2018, but because of how badly their test screenings did, then they went and did some reshoots, and the reshoots are freaking hard for X-Men movies, or at least in the Fox world, because they freaking chose a shit ton of A-listers. So a lot of the schedules didn't line up, so they went and did as much reshoots as they could, pushed back the release date for Dark Phoenix to February 14th, 2019, which is in 2 days. Test screening.
I don't know if they can make it.
No, test screenings didn't do
kidding.
well for that either. So they got pushed once again to June 7th, and that's where they're staying.
Okay.
For now.
For now.
And the test screenings for the release of June 7th also not doing well.
Oh, shit.
And the dude said that each screening was just awful and compared this movie to be in line or maybe worse than Fan4Stick. Yeah, no shit, right?
Dude.
Just, damn. This is not going to be a movie that I'm going to go see opening weekend.
No, me neither. If it's this bad, I'd be surprised if I even catch it on a $5 Tuesday.
So, with the acquisition of Fox to Disney, what do you think Disney should do with the X-Men? Because I have thoughts, but I don't know how well it would do with my idea.
I don't know. I really don't have any where I'm thinking Disney can take it. I'm really glad that Disney's CEO right now, isn't it Bob Iger?
Yeah.
Came out and said that Deadpool will continue to be rated R, which was like music to my ears. And he was saying how even some other Marvel properties could be rated R as well.
Yeah. So he says that the branding for that is just going to be very specific.
Okay.
So it's probably not going to fall under the Marvel MCU brand.
Yeah.
It's going to fall under like a Marvel at Night or something like that.
Dude, I like that. They should go with that. That's great. When I heard that, I was like, thank you for keeping Deadpool rated R. But I don't know if this movie's really that bad. If it's as bad as Fantastic Four or Fan4Stick, whatever. I don't even know if you can really take the X-Men in a direction that audiences are still gonna be on board for.
Not even for the MCU.
I don't know if you stick with the young. I don't know.
If they did, My
Yeah, what's your
thoughts
idea?
were, if they were to introduce X-Men into the MCU, complete recast.
So
Recast.
do you want them to still stick with like the young versions, or are we talking like the older versions?
I kind of like the older, so maybe like later 20s for most of them.
Okay.
And then Wolverine could just be whatever age. Whatever age makes sense for his aging to just kind of stop.
All right. Okay. Fair.
But Professor X and Magneto need to be old, obviously.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But complete overhaul. Everyone that's ever been involved in a Fox X-Men property cannot get continued. I was thinking maybe Sophie Turner and maybe like James McAvoy, but James McAvoy's doing plenty good on his own. So
Yeah,
he
true.
can get kicked out.
Fine.
All the A-listers can get kicked out. They need to bring people that maybe we don't know, because I think the issue is they're having all this freaking celebrity power, and not like they don't know what to do with all of it.
Yeah. No kidding.
So they need to freaking pull the reins back on the star power a little bit. Maybe the only big name that you need is Professor X and Wolverine. And then everyone else just kind of be people no one else knows.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Chris Pratt was a little bit before Guardians. Like you knew of him, but he was still like a B-lister.
Yeah. Like you didn't think that he could actually carry a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that needs to happen with other people. Like go find some B-listers and bring them into the X-Men. Comic accurate suits, no matter freaking what. Like I wouldn't even be mad if they brought the ones that they had at the end of Age of Apocalypse into the MCU. Those were perfect.
Okay,
and the reason, and I don't get why I don't get why they're not using those.
Okay, can I stop you for a minute? What did you call the movie?
Did I call Age of Apocalypse?
Yes, you
I
did.
am so dumb. Oh my gosh. I had Age of Ultron on the mind.
Why?
I don't know why.
Okay.
I just did.
I mean, I'm not saying that's a thing wrong. I really enjoy Age of Ultron. But okay, the Age of Apocalypse.
Age of Apocalypse.
I mean, I feel that title would have worked as well instead of just X-Men Apocalypse.
Honestly. Dude, I'm so dumb. Dude, even like when I said it, I was just like, I went with it, but I knew something didn't feel right about it.
Continue.
Are you failing me for that? I'm not even going to be mad if you do.
No, I'm going to be nice. No, I'm not going to do it.
Well, we don't do the fail points to be nice.
Well, I'm being nice on this one. I'm not failing you. You're welcome.
Anyway, where was I? Suits. The suits, they need to bring them back from Apocalypse.
Yes, yeah.
And I don't understand why they're not using them in this movie.
Yeah, right?
Are you shitting me? You had the perfect comic book accurate suits.
Yeah.
And we only get to see them for like half a second?
And then you just throw them away.
And then you just throw them away for shitty suits. Like you're going back to like the first X-Men movie.
Yeah, basically.
Except shittier. If that's even freaking possible.
Apparently it is. Oh, that was amazing.
Like, I like those suits a lot better than I like these. These just look like someone just strapped an X to a leather jumpsuit.
Dude, I gotta watch the trailer again because I only watched it once because I'm really not that interested in this movie. It doesn't look that good.
Dude, apparently it's not.
So the trailers aren't lying.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have high hopes for this movie at all. And now that I know that it's in line, I'm not going to base my prejudgment off of a critic, because I know critics can be a little harsh.
Yes.
But comparing it to Fan 4 Stick,
that
that
scares me.
Like, even if someone's opinion that I didn't trust at all compared it to Fan 4 Stick, I'd be like, maybe this is bad. Like, that's saying a lot. And this is coming from someone who had, like, some weird urge to see Fan 4 Stick and realized in the middle of it why I hated it so much.
Dude, I watched it in theaters, so I regret it.
Well, we watched it in theaters.
We did?
I'm pretty sure we did.
I swear I saw that movie solo.
I remember seeing it in theaters.
Because I think
I'm not
I
sure
went
if
to
it was
go,
with you or not.
I think I went and saw it solo because I think my car was getting worked on and I didn't have anything else to do. So I'm like, let's go see Fantastic Four. That was a bad decision.
That's why it doesn't deserve to be called Fantastic Four.
Yeah, it's Fan 4 Stick.
Like, after seeing that movie, the original Fantastic Four and Rise of the Silver Surfer
those look
bumped up.
Those look like MCU quality superhero movies compared to Fan 4 Stick.
Yeah.
And it sucks because you had a really good group of actors to play the actual Fantastic Four. What happened, Fox?
I know. I mean, if they could have pulled off the Human Torch better, like, I wouldn't have even been mad with him playing, or Michael B. Jordan. Playing.
He was one of the best parts.
He was. The worst part was was the whole movie.
Yeah, that's a good point.
No, but one of the more awful parts was the Thing.
Yeah.
That he just looked like garbage.
Yeah. Even some of like the parts where Mr. Fantastic had to like actually like stretch, like when he had to like I think reform his face after like changing it, that looked heavy CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like even like him like outstretching his arm looked really heavy CGI. So
that's why I really liked what they did with the original Fantastic Four. I love the way his body would stretch.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't just stretching his arms or like morphing his face. He would like stretch his entire body.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, looking back at the CGI, that doesn't hold up that well. But
no, but it holds up a hell of a lot better than Fan 4 Stick.
At least with that, I felt like, okay, that's Mr. Fantastic. And Lone Grufford was really good as Reed Richards.
Dude, he was so good.
Yeah.
They could bring him back. I wouldn't even be mad.
I would love to see him back as Reed Richards because he's my favorite part of the Fantastic Four films.
It'd be really cool if they didn't bring him back as like Mr. Fantastic. If they cast John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic,
I would love.
And then they cast what's his name, Lowen?
What
was the original Fantastic?
Fantastic? Lone Grufford.
Lone?
Yeah, Lone.
Okay. And if they brought him back as like Doctor Doom,
I'd be down for that.
Right?
Okay, but who would play? Okay, wait, no, sorry, I'm like going off to like Dreamcast here. Sorry, let's get back to X-Men.
Okay,
sorry.
I don't like what they've done with the X-Men.
I don't.
The first X-Men, X2 and X3 weren't great, but I could live with it.
X-Men, I think, is considered to me. It's one of the best superhero movies.
The first one?
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
It's really good.
It's X2.
Yeah, X2 is good. X3, like, there's. I think the biggest problem with X3, there's way too much going on.
There's so much going on.
Way too many characters. Like, there was no point in introducing Angel. Really no point.
Yeah, other than to save that one dude and just be like, oh, look. It's just to give the fans that little nerdgasm.
Yeah, basically.
If they do an X-Men movie in the MCU, they need to focus on the main characters that we know.
Yes.
Wolverine, Cyclops, Jean Grey, Storm. Nightcrawler,
Yeah, you need Nightcrawler.
Magneto,
Yeah.
Professor X, Beast,
Yeah, you need Beast. But I think isn't that kind of really it?
and maybe Angel.
About Quicksilver.
No, he's dead.
Oh, okay. Aaron Taylor Johnson's your Quicksilver.
Yeah.
That's fair. I don't know. I might actually like Aaron Taylor Johnson's version better than the one in X-Men Days of Future Past.
I do.
I
have no shame.
Like
I did. Yes,
yeah.
his running scenes were better, but he was unrealistically fast.
Yeah, true. True. That's very true. Very, very true.
And I think what they need to do with characters like Wolverine, they need to not do what they did with Hugh Jackman and make him freaking like a bodybuilder, ripped as shit human being. Because like, I love, like Brielle's even says she prefers how he looked in X1. He was fit, but he wasn't like chiseled.
Dude, I think like even for some of the movies like Hugh Jackman like actually like went to like weren't they like kind of like bad extremes to get into shape, like they were kind of dangerous
a little bit, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that
they
scares
looked
me.
Visually. He looked incredible.
Like yeah, he looked like a beefcake.
Yeah, but yeah, I prefer how he looked in the first 3 X-Men, where he wasn't freaking chiseled, but he wasn't like fat.
I'd say. I mean, I think my favorite version of him is in Logan.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Like,
I'll give you that.
He looked fantastic in that one.
He did. But if we're going like Wolverine, the Wolverine that we know,
yeah,
I prefer him in the first X-Men.
I do too.
Like, I loved how, like, I thought when they continued it that he was going to stay how he looked. Like, he looked realistically fit.
Yeah. But like, then jump to like X-Men Origins Wolverine. And
yeah, I'm like, that's a little unrealistic for anyone. Like, I'm pretty sure even Hugh Jackman was just like, I can't do this all day, guys. But like, I loved how he was like hairy. Yeah, because that's like an iconic thing of Wolverine. He's a hairy dude.
Yeah.
And then they like shaved his body. Like, the only thing they really kept from any of the original was the hair.
Yeah, it was just the hair and the claws. That's it.
Yeah, but I that's why I liked Superman in Justice League, because he was hairy.
Yeah.
Like I don't relate with a lot of like freaking Thor, where it looked like he was chiseled from freaking marble.
I don't know. Same dude, with like Henry Cavill is like, he is ripped. Like, holy shit.
He is. Like, but he's also hairy.
Yeah.
And coming from someone that is also hairy, like, it was kind of nice to see. And every time I watch X-Men and see Wolverine without his shirt on, I'm just like, I could get there.
Maybe someday.
Yeah, but then I see like Thor and Captain America, and I'm like, no. That's just completely out there for me.
Don't put yourself on Chris Evans' level. I don't know if you'll ever get there.
Yeah, like
I'm totally kidding.
Like my body,
I'm kidding, bro.
Dude, I'm not even.
I never will either.
Yeah, like that's just complete. That's like just so out of reach for me.
Dude, same. I'll never. I don't think. I could reach like Chris Pratt level. I don't think Chris Hemsworth level or Hugh Jackman level. Chris Pratt is doable.
Chris Pratt's a little out there for me. For me,
I disagree.
Like, my body goals are like Hugh Jackman, first X-Men.
Okay.
And then maybe like a fatter Henry Cavill. Like later down the line. But like I played Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and that, like, there's one of the assassins that you play as, you can go into a fighting ring.
Yeah.
And he has kind of like that Hugh Jackman body. His arms are really big, and he like big chest, and then he doesn't have like a six pack. He has like a like a fit body. Like it looks like it would be like solid,
Yeah.
but it's not like freaking. There are no abs.
Oh.
It's just like kind of an old timey strongman
okay.
kind of look.
All right.
That like I feel like that's realistic for me. Like I'm like
Yeah.
like even my grandpa in his prime, when he was working out all the time because he was in the freaking Marines, no abs.
Really?
Yeah. And my dad, same thing. When he was in his prime, no abs.
Huh.
So I'm like, maybe Elbers aren't meant to have abs.
Maybe it's the same thing with roses. I don't know. I should look into that.
Like a family history.
Yeah, right?
See if are abs possible? Oh. Yeah, but they I feel Hugh Jackman could have gone on as Wolverine if they would have kept his body level the same as X-Men.
Like, give the dude a break. just a little bit.
Just give him a sandwich.
Yeah, right? Seriously, though.
Yeah, because, like, these people, when they have shirtless scenes, they have to go, like, on a fast the day before.
Yeah.
And that's insane. I'd be like, screw you guys. I'm eating my sandwich today.
Yeah. It's like, I'm sorry, but Wendy's is calling, okay?
Yeah, like, Chris Pratt now, or maybe in, like, Infinity War, realistic.
But, like, in Guardians of the Galaxy, no.
The first Guardians of the Galaxy, no. But when they were making fun of him for getting a little fatter,
oh, yeah.
I'm like, I feel ya.
Right, yeah. It's like, I feel your pain.
Like, that's...
Oh, yes, I do.
That's, like, the body that I could build. Big arms,
yeah.
Decent chest, no abs, but, like, a firm gut.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta work on that.
Yeah, my gut's, like, the furthest from firm. I mean, it's firm after I eat.
That was pretty funny.
Oh, shit.
We'll get there together, bro.
Hell yeah.
All right. So any final thoughts on the Dark Phoenix test screenings going horribly wrong?
I hope that dude is just kind of over-exaggerating and it's not
I pray it's not as bad as Fan 4 Stick.
But I don't see it being even close to the top X-Men movies.
No, I don't. But, I mean, it was kind of... Because, like, when I think it was the second trailer for X-Men Apocalypse came out, like, I was stoked. Like, I thought it was such a great trailer. I was freaking stoked. When the movie came out, I was like, okay, that was pretty good. It wasn't as, like, pumped as I thought it was going to be, like, when I first saw the trailer. But it was still very good. Like, Days of Future Past is definitely better. Mm-hmm. But I still really enjoyed it. So I'm hoping it's, I hope it's the complete opposite. That I hated the trailer, but I really do enjoy the movie. I'm really hoping it's like that.
Agreed.
I'm praying.
Agreed. I hope I enjoy it, but because of how terrible the reviews are now,
now that you said that, my hopes are not high.
Yeah, they're not. Like, it may be a stretch for me to even go see this on, like, a $5 Tuesday.
Dude, yes, same. Absolute same.
Like, if anything, I might wait for it to come out on DVD. If the reviews get a little bit better...
So you mean you're going to wait for me to buy it?
I might get it from Redbox, honestly. I might not want either of us to own it. Oh my gosh,
you're not going to make me go through that pain?
Dude, you already bought Fan 4 Stick twice, so...
Yeah, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
You're going to bitch and complain about Dark Phoenix?
Good point.
Yeah,
and I was
shut up.
So tempted to buy the Steelbook too.
Yeah, you don't get to bitch and complain about buying bad movies when you've bought that one twice.
But the Steelbook was so cool. The 4 looks so cool on the front.
Cool. Still a shitty movie.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, don't even pretend like Dark Phoenix would be your worst purchase.
Yeah, true.
Fan 4 Stick is just a couple steps above Super Mario Brothers.
I still have not seen that movie fully.
Super Mario Brothers?
Yeah. I don't really plan to.
I have.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's rough.
If you want to have you ever wondered the whole what went to getting that movie made?
No. I have no interest in knowing.
No, dude,
anything
it's actually
about that
very
movie.
interesting. Look up the gaming historian Super Mario Brothers movie. I'll send you the link.
Okay.
It's actually very interesting. Some shit went down during the making of that movie.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, like
I bet Nintendo's just like, we want nothing to do with this movie now.
well,
Was Nintendo pushing?
No,
Ooh.
Nintendo was pushing for a Mario Brothers movie, and like literally when they first, because I think like it went through like 3 scripts, and like when they put in like the last one, Nintendo's like, oh my goodness, we love this.
Oh geez.
Like, yeah, this could work maybe in like animation, but not in live action. Most video games cannot work in live action.
Dude, could you imagine signing off on a script and realizing that it was live action, like after it's almost done being made?
Yeah.
Like if I was the head of Nintendo and
Yeah.
the person that signed off on that, and then they're just like, all right, cool, and then I'm like, who are these guys?
Dude, Bob Hoskins and almost like pretty much everyone a part of it, when they're asked, oh, you know, like if there's like one movie you could take off your resume, what would it be? First answer, Super Mario Brothers.
That's yeah.
That's fair. It's a fair answer.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that on my record either.
Because like I think like for some of like the driving scenes when Luigi's like driving the trunk, John Leguizamo was actually drunk. Like legit. Like he actually like accidentally...
You'd have to make it that movie.
Because of how drunk he was or something. He slammed Bob Hoskins like thumb in the door to where like for like the remainder of the filming of the movie, Bob Hoskins had to wear a cast and they had to like hide it in post-production. I don't think they did a great job because I think you can notice in some shots. But yeah. They would actually they would actually sometimes get drunk before shots were going to take place. Yeah, dude, you got to watch the video. It's funny.
I'm definitely going to now.
Yeah, dude, it's very interesting. Like what happened in the making of this movie.
Dude, could you imagine being the guy that signed off on that? Because you know it wasn't the head of Nintendo that signed off on that.
No,
that was one of their marketing people.
Yeah,
their ass got fired.
Well, can the same?
They're like, are you shitting me?
Can the same thing be said for the person that thought it was a good idea after seeing all of these video game based movies bombing that Sonic the Hedgehog would work in live action?
Oh, that person needs to get fired too.
Yeah,
hardcore.
Like if Mario didn't work, what makes you think that Sonic is going to work?
Yeah, no shit. No shit.
And Mario's bigger than Sonic. I'm sorry, Mario is bigger than Sonic. So.
Dude, Mario would work better in a live action if it was like, if he was animated like Sonic was, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that they're actually just doing like an animated film. I think Illumination has said that they're shooting for a 2020 release. I wish a different studio would have gotten it. But I mean, Illumination has more winners than losers, so I guess we'll find out.
Fair. Yeah, so you don't get a bitch about buying Dark Phoenix when you bought Fan 4 Stick.
Okay, I'm just not spending $20 on it. It will be a $15 purchase.
All right, let's move on before I freaking lose my shit again.
All right, this week's sneak peeks. First up, we got Child's Play. What did you think?
I really liked it. I liked how they didn't show too much of Chucky.
Yeah, they literally showed like nothing. All they showed was like him. Literally, the biggest like shot we got of Chucky was him grabbing like the overalls. Mm-hmm. That's literally all we saw.
That is all we saw.
Yeah,
and then
like the silhouette,
the shot of him in the back. With the
like the silhouette at the end, which was really cool. I'm really glad they didn't show him in full. I'm just like so scared to hear his voice.
Yeah.
Because considering how long Brad Dourif has been doing the voice of Chucky, I'm really scared that I'm going to get like a high-pitched voice, and it's not going to work one bit for Chucky.
The entire movie's going to be performed with his good guy voice.
No, dude. Don't even like put that thought into my head, asshole.
So we talked about this earlier about who we thought could do the voice because we don't know.
Yeah.
So you
Mine was
wanted,
out of like a joke, but
if you really
like,
think about it, it would work.
It might work, yeah. Mine was Willem Dafoe.
That would be a real good one.
Yeah.
Especially if they did just deepened up his Green Goblin voice a little bit.
Yeah.
That'd be like super solid.
I'd be so on board.
Yeah, and then mine was my pick, and this was not a joke, was Mark Hamill.
Which I would still be on board for, especially if it was kind of like the Joker, but maybe a little deeper.
Deeper Joker.
Yes.
Not such a maniacal laugh.
Yeah, no.
So maybe just like pull the reins back on the laugh a little bit.
I'm gonna miss Brad Dourif's laugh so much.
Yeah,
can we just like use like the laugh from like previous Child's Play movies? Is that okay? Can we just put the laugh in?
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that too. I don't care if you reuse the laugh.
Dude, I thought the exact same thing about Jared Leto. I hated his laugh.
Oh, I did too.
But I was like, you could totally just dub over with Mark Hamill's laugh. I wouldn't be mad in the slightest.
I wouldn't be either, because Mark Hamill has the best Joker laugh, in my opinion.
Yeah, like there's no one. There's no one that has a better laugh than him.
Like him and Heath Ledger are tied for the best Joker performance. In my opinion.
Performance, yes. I was thinking you were going to say laugh. I was going to say no.
Performance, no. No, Mark Hamill's number one. Heath Ledger's probably number two when it comes to laugh.
Maybe like 1.5.
Yeah.
He's just that good.
Yeah, I
now,
agree.
if it was laugh, Mark Hamill has the best.
Oh, yeah.
Next one in line, Jack Nicholson.
I haven't seen Batman in years. I gotta rewatch it because I kind of forgot a little bit of how Jack Nicholson's Joker laugh is.
I loved his laugh. Yeah. Like, I need to play a clip for you.
Dude,
when
Cesar Romero's is really good too.
Oh, Cesar Romero is the best, dude. Like, he's freaking patient zero in our list of Joker. And then it's like Mark Hamill, then Heath Ledger. Cesar Romero just...
And then way at the bottom, it's Jared Leto. At least for me.
Well, we don't know that yet.
Oh, yeah, that's
Joaquin Phoenix could very well be worse than Jared Leto.
I don't see that happening.
I don't either.
I guess we'll find out.
I want to hear a laugh from Joaquin Phoenix.
But in this trailer, like, it shows like how high tech these like toys really are. Because like when the kid
looked like an Iron Man, dude.
Yeah,
a little like he had like you could see the overalls kind of going over.
Yeah,
and then something was closing over what looked like a little arc reactor, and then he pulled like the shirt.
Yeah.
down.
What I found interesting is like right when the kid ripped the plastic off, like the doll like actually like scans his full body. So I'm like, damn, how advanced is this thing?
Freaking advanced as shit.
And then what's
like, did it do it to that mom too?
I don't know. But I like that like the final shot besides like the silhouette that we see, is it looks like when they're in the buddy factory, which if it's like kind of goes off of like how Child's Play 2 was with the Good Guy Doll Factory, I freaking love, because that is one of my favorite scenes in any Child's Play movie.
That was a damn good scene, dude. That was a damn good scene.
Dude, I hate that.
I feel like the one of the shots that we got was the store full of the Good Guy dolls. And then
they're Buddy dolls.
Buddy,
not Good Guy.
It's not Good Guy?
No, it's Buddy. Yeah, that's what they're called.
Good Buddy?
No, it's just called Buddy.
Where am I getting Good Guy doll from?
Well, that's what the original Chucky's called, is Good Guy.
Oh. And they're just calling these buddies?
Yeah, these are called buddies.
Dumb.
Buddy. Hey, at least they kept Chucky.
Fair enough. Well, they have to.
Yeah, that's true. True. You couldn't really call it a Child's Play remake if you changed the doll's name.
Okay. Correction then. The buddy, it looked like there was like a store where they were all stacked. And then later, it was like the same shot, but all the toys were just kind of on the floor, or it just looked like it had been destroyed.
Yeah. I'm interested to see, because nowadays, let's face it, kids don't play with dolls anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very interested to see how the Caslin Corporation is able to create a toy that is like literally so advanced that a kid's like, oh, I'm going to choose this over an iPad. That's going to be interesting.
Well, my baby cousin, like, she's 7, I think. 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And she still plays with dolls.
then your cousin is awesome.
Yeah.
Because I hate
Does
the
your
kid.
nephew?
Yes, he does. Yeah. So
maybe there's just an age where people stop.
yeah, but I feel they stop too young now. Like,
How old's your nephew?
he is 5.
He's 5, and
Yeah.
he still does. I didn't really have dolls. I had like GI Joes and stuff.
Growing
And
up
I
with
didn't
a
stop
sister, I did play with dolls. I'll fully admit that.
Well, yeah, it's a different situation when you're
Yeah.
the brother with an older sister. If it was like a sister with an older brother and you were the older brother with the doll, I'd be a little more concerned. But you were the
Fair.
younger brother, so it makes a little bit more sense.
Okay.
Like, I didn't stop playing with GI Joes till I was like maybe 10, and then I kind of just stopped.
I didn't stop playing with action figures till I started junior high. Okay, maybe I should have grown up a little faster.
Well, that's not true. We have freaking these
True.
figures. They're just
True.
not action figures.
True, and we don't actually, like, go around and actually, like, play with them.
Yeah, of course we don't.
Oh. Guess we got a confession session on this
you
episode.
You can't prove a damn thing. So, yeah, like, I don't think they stopped too young.
Yeah. But, I mean, the kid looks like he's, like, 10 or 11. Doesn't he?
Maybe like a soft 8.
Really? Soft 8? Okay.
And with something that high-tech, what kid wouldn't want one?
Yeah, true. Because I think Andy in the original is supposed to, like, be 6 or 7. I can't remember how old Alex Vincent was.
Yeah, he was young.
Yeah.
And
he's like
he freaking got his life screwed.
Dude, but like honestly, he's one of the cutest kids to ever be put on screen. Alex Vincent was adorable when he was a little kid.
There were a few that were more cute than
Really?
him.
I don't
Macaulay Culkin was.
Yeah, okay, Alex Vincent, Macaulay
what's his
Culkin are
face?
probably my two.
Ah, shit. I forget his name. Something Osmond. It's not Donnie.
That's the only Osmond I can think of right now.
The kid from The Sixth Sense.
Oh, oh crap. Oh, yeah, because he kind of still has like a baby face.
He does, but he has a beard, so it makes up for it a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, strong little bit. Oh my god.
Dude, I can't take anyone serious. I don't know about you, but I can't take people seriously that have a baby face.
Yeah, I can't either.
Like, I'm glad that he's in
Oh,
comedy
Haley
now.
Joel, isn't it Haley Joel Osment?
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm freaking dumb, not Osmond. I knew
Hey,
it
you were
sounded
close.
like it. Yeah.
You were close.
Instead of a D, it was like a T.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was freaking cute as shit, too.
Yeah.
I forget what movie he was in.
Secondhand Lions?
Okay, he was in that one. There was one movie, I don't know if you would have seen it, because it's kind of an out there movie.
The Country Bears.
No, not Country Bears either.
He was. I didn't even notice as a kid that he was in there.
No, he was in this movie where he gets like kidnapped from these two guys, or by these two guys, and he just annoys the living shit out of them the entire movie. It's freaking hilarious.
Why does that sound familiar?
Yeah, I'll have to IMDb that later.
Okay.
But moving on.
Yeah. Happy Death Day to You trailer number 2, which I felt it was literally just the first trailer shortened.
A little. It did have some new footage.
Yeah, but I mean, overall, I'm still really excited for the sequel. And the director has actually come out and said, like, if a third one happens, he has like an idea that's like so bonkers for it. I think he said so. I think the second one actually, the way it ends, like, leaves room for a third one that would be like extremely bonkers. And if that's the case, I am like so on board.
Dude,
I love the second
all
one.
types of on board with this movie. Like, I was so hesitant about watching it because I'm like, it's just another Groundhog's Day, and it was, but it had a fresh enough take on it.
Yeah, it worked, and I love how they they reference it as a joke at the end. He's like, "Oh, dude," he's like, "You know what? Literally, what you just lived through sounds like Groundhog Day." And she's like, "What?" He's like, "Bill Murray, Groundhog Day, Ghostbusters." She's like, Okay, when she said she hadn't seen Ghostbusters, if this was like a blind date and she said, "Oh, I haven't seen Ghostbusters," yeah, I'm sorry. There's the door.
We're done here.
Because there's something wrong with you if you haven't at least seen the original Ghostbusters.
Dude, I loved how in this one, how this had an actual goal.
Yeah, it did.
Like none of the other ones where they relive the same day over and over. It's just kind of until they've learned their lesson.
Yeah.
No, like she has to stop her killer.
Yeah.
Like there's an end goal, like a clear end goal.
Yeah. I just find it interesting that it's not only her life who's in hers. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. It's not only her life that is in jeopardy, it's literally all of her friends. And I think I think that's a really good place for a sequel to go.
I liked how they took her back completely to the first movie.
Like the way she's like freaking out. She's like, ah! Oh, just like throws the girl's clipboard and everything.
Dude, when I saw that, I was so freaking pumped.
Yeah.
I was just like, yes! Like, we get to see all this shit again, but I'm also afraid that she's just going to go and, spoiler alert, just bushwhack her roommate. Like, I hope it's not just her roommate again.
No, it seemed like the roommate actually died.
Does she bushwhack the roommate?
No,
and it's still someone else?
No, yeah. She doesn't bushwhack the roommate. I think like because like it's like totally different this time. The roommate actually dies in a different way. I think like I saw her.
Well, she got freaking kicked out of the window.
Oh, well, I thought like I saw her on the hospital floor in one shot.
Was she?
Yeah. I mean, I could be wrong.
Ooh, I have to go watch that again. But I love the concept.
Yes,
dude.
me
I'm
too.
so pumped.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this one.
Like, I might go see it this weekend.
I might too. See what happens.
Hell yeah.
And then, well, I mean, do you have any other things?
Not really. I just like the originality of
Yeah.
it. How there's actual clear end goal. Like
Yes.
I said, all the other ones don't. It's just kind of they just keep dying,
Yeah.
and it's like you've learned your lesson. Now you can continue on with your life.
What I loved about the first one is how even though like she kept like waking back up, every like the ways that she was dying, it was still affecting her body, and even the doctor said like you should be dead right now.
Yeah, I loved that.
Like when that brought up, I'm like, oh shit, okay. I love that little detail that you put in there. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love how this is. Would you consider that movie like a horror comedy? Or like a thriller comedy?
I'd say a thriller comedy. I mean, like, I jumped, like, once. But I think it's more like a thriller. I love the mask, too.
Dude, the mask is so weird, but it fits. It fits.
Yeah.
I love, like, oh, what was that scene from the first Halloween that Christian made a Snapchat about? Where, wasn't it, like, he was either driving or something, and she was, like, looking away, saw someone drive by, and he was just, like, looking at her. Just, like, had this really weird, just staring moment.
Is it when she's in her, one of her classes, and she looks out the window, and Michael Myers is just standing there?
No, it was, like, a really funny one.
Okay.
Like, a really, I think it was, like, they were standing down.
It's someone there, like, walking down the street, and, like, he drives by, or, like, really slow, and then one of her friends shouts out, "Hey, jerk, speed kills," and slams on the brake. Okay.
Yeah, like, I think it was that one.
Okay.
I love, like, how the baby face could do the same thing. Like, when he fell down the stairs, and she's like, "Ha!" And he just, like, crawled up on all fours and looked up really fast. That was hilarious. I'm excited.
I am, too.
Really, no more thoughts on it. I'm just pumped.
Yeah. All right, and then our last trailer is the new look at Aladdin, and we got our first look at Will Smith as Genie. Okay.
So I saw it before you.
Yeah, you did.
And
I forgot what your first response was. I think you're like, "Oh, this looks bad."
Yeah. I remember telling you, like, this looks terrible.
Yeah.
I think I said that Will Smith looks like someone, or like the genie was supposed to be someone else, and then they were just like, oh shit, this person couldn't do it. Let's just face swap it with
Yeah, you did.
with Will Smith.
It looks
on
like
Snapchat.
a Snapchat filter gone wrong.
And it does.
It does.
His face does not work for Genie. Like, the voice I can get over.
Yeah.
Because, like, Robin Williams' voice didn't really fit with, like, the style that they were going for with, like, Aladdin. Like, Robin Williams just felt like a separate part of the movie, which I think Will Smith does too. He feels like a separate portion of the movie.
Okay.
And so I can let the voice go. Like, he talks a lot more, like, maybe what I'm saying is the genie talks a little bit more modern.
Yeah, okay. I can get that.
So, kind of like Deadpool, where it's like no one knows what he's talking about with certain shit.
All right.
So, that's why I was a little bit okay letting the voice of Will Smith go. The face, I cannot get over.
Yeah, I can't either.
So bad. So bad. And you know that he's not going to be in that form the entire movie.
No.
He's going to be in like a human form, which pisses me off.
Yeah. Oh, it pisses me off too. I'm kind of scared to see a second trailer after this because I know there's going to be one.
I need to see more, dude. Like, they need to sell me on Genie.
Aladdin looked really good, though.
Aladdin looked really good. Jasmine, she was Jafar looked a little much.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
But the monkey looked all right, and the parrot looked all right.
I feel it's kind of hard to go wrong with a CGI parrot and a CGI monkey.
Yeah, that wasn't really saying a lot. When Aladdin's coming in through the street in like the big ass parade, I thought that was going to be a lot more magical.
I did too.
Than it was.
I remember you bringing that up.
Like I told you, if you pause it on that, you can tell what the set is, and it looks super tiny.
Yeah.
Like you can't go tiny with that scene.
No, Like I told you though, the music was really good.
The music was all right.
Like I'm excited to see the soundtrack when it comes out.
Oh, we're gonna get a Genie song, aren't we?
Probably.
Fantastic.
I know, right? Get excited.
I'm not even a tiny bit excited.
Yeah.
They need to sell me on Genie. They need to make him look better. Or they need to sell me on him. Otherwise, this is not one I'm going to go see on purpose.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of the words, but like I was going to say, like I'm not going to go see this. I was going to say I'm not going to go see this opening weekend. And I was like, no, I think that's a given. I'm not going to go see this sometime during the week. Given. I'm like, and then $5 Tuesday, maybe a little too generous on that. And I'm like, not on purpose.
Like Sticky Shoe?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like, this might be one
I hate seeing movies there.
It might be one that I go see with my family.
All right.
Maybe.
Yeah,
unless I got something better to do that day.
It's a strong maybe.
It's a really strong maybe.
Yeah. All right, what is your ranking of the 3 trailers that we got this week?
Okay, so these ones are really close for me.
Okay.
But Happy Death Day to You is number 1.
Really?
Just because...
It's kind of already been established, like you know what to expect?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
There was a lot more. Like, there was a lot more story to get out of it. Child's Play... The Child's Play, you didn't get too much story, so it's hard for me to build expectation off that.
All right, that's fair.
But Aladdin's like number 7.
It's like way at the bottom. Like number 10 doesn't even like begin to explain how low it is.
Yeah, like number 10, just because I don't want to go any higher.
For me, number 1 is actually Child's Play, because I liked that they showed us so little, and I think it worked. Like I'm glad that they didn't show really any of. They showed a little bit of the story, but really not anything, and I loved that. I'm still so on board for this movie. And then number 2 is Aladdin. What, you're really not gonna give me
No,
shit?
because I know you're messing with
Yeah,
me.
I know.
I'm not even going to acknowledge your stupidness.
Damn it! All right,
I know your tricks, asshole.
Okay, number 1, Child's Play. Number 2, Happy Death Day to You. And then number 35, Aladdin.
Well, that's a little generous.
Yeah, it kind of is. Like, I want this movie to be good. I really do. I don't want this movie to fail. But everything that I've seen, I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah. I want this one. I want Aladdin to succeed because I want more live-action Disney movies. Like, I think a lot of movies would look really good.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
I think Little Mermaid would be friggin' amazing. It'd be a little Aquaman-y now. But I still think it would be incredible to see.
Yeah, I would. I
think
completely agree.
visually, it'd be incredible.
Dude, it'd be gorgeous.
Dumbo would be...
Well, we're already getting Dumbo.
Yeah, I mean, Dumbo... yeah, I didn't really think about that. Dumbo looks good.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited for Dumbo. Dumbo and The Lion King I'm really excited for. Aladdin is kind of like pushing it.
Yeah.
Like Aladdin's
I'm trying to think of any other Disney movies that would...
Not Pinocchio. Like I've told you, I'm done with live action Pinocchios.
That one... I'm trying to think of like a style that they could do it in.
It's kind of hard.
But yeah, I'm done with live action Pinocchios too.
Aristocats?
Aristocats would be cool.
That would be... Ooh, I'd be very interested to see them do Aristocats.
Dude, that would be so cool. And I hate cats, but I would love that movie.
Is that like the only like cat movie you'll actually watch?
Yeah.
I think that's really the only cat movie that there is based solely around cats.
That would be a really good one, dude. I would love to see that.
I'd be so excited for that.
If they did it right.
Yeah.
This is like all if they did it right.
Robin Hood, no. I couldn't really see Robin Hood. That one might be hard. That one could be really hard, actually. The Rescuers?
Rescuers Down Under?
Yeah. We're kind of like pushing to like lesser known Disney properties here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like...
That could work a little bit.
I don't know if they want to like try Snow White, considering how many live action versions there've been. And
Sleeping Beauty, nope, Maleficent.
Yeah.
I don't know. Snow White could work.
Yeah. I mean,
like you could get a lot of funny.
Considering that, I feel like that's like
people.
a very, yeah. I feel it's like a very like high bar to fulfill, considering that was Walt Disney's first hand-drawn computer animated movie. And I think that's considered his baby. So I feel that.
I heard it somewhere that he wants them all redone.
Yeah, it's been said that he wanted them redone every, I think, like 20 years, or I think it was maybe more than that, just so the Disney magic could be expressed to a new generation, which I respect, but at the same time, I'd rather...
Snow White is super slow.
I completely disagree. But...
Like, I think it is, personally.
I don't know. I'd rather... With some, I'd literally just rather have them like do like a new like update how it looks, like put it on
like a remaster.
Yeah, like and then just put that out, and kids are like, oh, like this. That's how they are. Basically, the Disney magic is brought to them in their ages. It's still the classic, but it's just been updated a little bit, just in terms of graphics.
Okay. Yeah, Snow White would be a rough one, but like I know that this would happen, and I don't want to be that asshole. But Peter Dinklage is getting involved if they do Snow White. And I would love that.
Dude.
Like, I'd never want to miss an opportunity to see Peter Dinklage.
Dude, I want to see Peter Dinklage as Grumpy. So bad.
Dude, he's the only one that I think would fit as Grumpy.
Yeah. Dude, I think he could probably pull off all of the Seven Dwarfs.
Dude, he's seriously good.
Yeah. Like, dude, can you...
There's
he
like,
plays
so...
all of them. That'd be amazing.
That'd be so cool. Oh. They'd have to...
Dude,
I feel like they would promote that like Norbit, featuring Peter Dinklage and Peter Dinklage and Peter Dinklage.
I'd love to see him, especially as Bashful and Dopey.
Oh my gosh, that'd be great.
Ideas.
I doubt that they would do that.
Yeah, I doubt it too.
But I want Peter Dinklage as Grumpy. There's a comedian that I really love, Brad Williams. Yeah. He's hilarious. Inappropriate as shit, though. So I don't know if Disney would ever hire him.
Yeah.
But I could see him doing like Bashful or Dopey. And then, gosh, I'm the worst with British ones. But the guy that played a lot of one of the professors in Harry Potter, he did like a lot of the goblin roles.
I know who you're talking about, but I forget his name. Yeah, he played Grip Hook, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd
be great.
Good at
he'd be great as one of the dwarfs. Yeah, I forget his name though. I totally forget his name.
There aren't a lot. I wonder if the only thing stopping Disney from doing Snow White is because they don't have small people actors.
I mean, you never know.
Because I can't think of any others off the top of my head.
Like, we got Snow White, but we only got 5, and we got 3.
3 of the dwarves. But that'd be a great freaking movie.
Yeah,
dude.
that would.
Anyway.
All right, what do you say we jump into our main event of the evening?
Let's do it.
It's time for the main event. Let's play a game.
All right, with this main event of the evening, we will be doing our All Bros breakdown of Bohemian Rhapsody, which is getting quite a lot of awards buzz and has actually taken a lot of, I think, awards so far, especially when it comes to Rami Malek's performance as Freddie Mercury, and I think he deserves it all because he was absolutely fantastic as him.
He was, dude. He blew me away.
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't a single scene where he wasn't believable in.
No, none. I feel every person, like, the rest of the band was kind of like pushed to the side.
A little bit, but you understand.
Yeah.
It was focused around
But everybody
him.
that played a part in Queen, they all did a great job portraying their roles. I can't think of any actor in this movie that wasn't a good actor, that didn't portray their role well.
Yeah. I feel like this movie, I think the original band wanted it kind of that way.
Yeah,
to focus a little bit more because of what a rough time Freddie Mercury had.
Yeah.
Like, I actually learned this in the movie, that I Want to Break Free video that they made where they were dressed in drag.
Yeah.
I honestly thought for the longest time that was Freddie Mercury's idea. I didn't realize it was the drummers.
Yeah, I didn't either. I literally walked into this movie knowing nothing about Queen and walked out like with an abundance of knowledge, and I'm so happy that I have all that knowledge now.
There were some inaccuracies.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
And it's just timeline stuff, mostly.
All right.
But from what I understand, the band or the rest of Queen were very happy with the movie and how it portrayed him.
I mean, I don't know how like true Freddie Mercury fans would feel, but I feel Freddie Mercury would be proud of how Rami Malek portrayed him in this movie.
Oh, I agree. So before we get too much further into this,
yeah, sorry.
you're fine, dude. Quit apologizing.
I know.
Shit.
It's a habit. I hate it.
Yeah, you knock it off.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have our newest format, which our old format wasn't really working with us with how well we would critique a movie.
Yeah.
We were just talking about our favorite parts and who we thought could get kicked out of the movie, which I don't think makes for really good critiquing.
Yeah, I agree.
So we updated our system a little bit. So we split the movie into 7 different categories, 8 if you count the genre-specific one. So we talk about, our first category is the story, which we grade on a scale of 0 to 100. The theme of the movie, we kind of try to grasp what the overall theme of it was, and then once again grade it from 0 to 100. We grade the acting. We discuss the character development a little bit. We talk about the music, any effects that there were. The costumes we'll grade. And then we kind of discuss what the genre is, which we came to the conclusion that it's a musical drama.
Yes. Yep.
And then our final grade, at the end, we come up with a percentage of, like, an average of all of our grades, and then we have our grading system, and then we come up with our final grade for the movie.
Yep.
So the first one that we're going to talk about, story.
It's really Freddie Mercury's story, in my opinion. You definitely like see like how Queen is started. I think it's really cool that he runs into I'm sorry, I do not know the other names of Queen, and I feel really bad.
I do not know them either.
Okay.
But I have them pulled up.
Okay, so
So there's Freddie.
Okay.
Brian May, which from the looks of it was the guitar player.
Okay. And then who was the drummer?
Roger Taylor.
So Brian and Roger?
Yeah, Brian and Roger, and then their bass player was John Deacon.
So he didn't come until later, right?
So he didn't come in until, well, it was after Freddie joined the band.
Okay, yeah,
so
sorry, that's what it was. Yeah.
So once Freddie joined, they asked if he could play bass guitar. He said no. And then they're just like, all right, and then they went and found a bass player.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, can you remind me of those names again?
Yeah. Brian, Roger, and John.
Brian, Roger, John. But Brian and Roger are the two that
the guitarist and the drummer.
Okay. So Brian and Roger, I thought it was interesting how like literally they already had a band started, and Freddie was actually a really big fan of them. But what is it? Their bass player left for, I can't remember what. Didn't he get like a better offer, like for a band that was actually going to go somewhere? He thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was their bass player too.
Okay.
Because it was just the 3.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I thought it was cool how Freddie became part of their band, and then what is the fourth guy's name? I'm sorry.
John Deacon.
John Deacon. I thought would you say he came in like a quarter into the movie, or was it?
He came in around the same time. Well,
little after.
He came into
Freddie.
the band a little bit after Freddie.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So about a quarter into the movie, would you say? About that, or a little sooner,
earlier, maybe like a fifth into it.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. But no, it's really interesting. You know, like seeing how his Freddie's family, especially his dad, how his dad felt with how he wanted to be a musician. Like he did, I think, wasn't his dad a doctor or something like that? I can't remember what his dad was.
I forget as well.
But I think his dad wanted him to follow in his footsteps.
Yeah. I think he just wanted him to do something that he would change the world.
Yeah.
Or that his dad thought would change the world.
Look
and
what happened.
Yeah, exactly. And it did. Eventually it did. He was like he wasn't super supportive of what Freddie wanted to do when it came to the music, but the opportunities that he was able to do with the music and the things that he was able to change with it, I feel opened his dad's eyes a little bit
Yeah. I really got to see this movie again because I can't remember when Freddie comes out as being a homosexual. Is his dad supportive of it, or is his dad completely against it? Because I know you've seen it recently, more recent than me.
Yeah. I think he was I don't know if he ever really came out to his family because he talked about what's his face? It's not shit.
So many characters.
What's his name? Jim Hutton?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, so he talked about Jim as his friend. And
okay,
then
that's true.
Then his mom gave him a little look, and him and his mother shared a bit of a look.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And I think his mother knew.
Yeah.
And his dad was just kind of not oblivious to it, but just he didn't want to come out. And
yeah. See, I gotta watch this movie again. But I mean, I still do remember a lot. Excuse me, there really were. There really were. So with the story, great. Like I think how it was portrayed with Queen becoming how big of a band it is today. Like literally, you can walk around and like everyone at least knows one song that was written by Queen. I feel it's literally
even if they don't know it's written by Queen.
Yeah, like there's not. I can't think of one person that doesn't know "We Will Rock You" or even Bohemian Rhapsody.
Maybe the Amish.
Okay, yeah. True.
And they're even a stretch.
True.
They're like, we've heard it a couple times.
Yeah. But it's really hard to find a person who hasn't at least heard of Queen in one song. So I think the way that they were able to portray of how Queen came to be, and especially the very moving story of how Freddie Mercury became the person that he was before he sadly died, I think they did a fantastic job. So I don't know. I'm thinking like a 90, like a 95.
I'm thinking more 90-ish.
90? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be super harsh on it because the story was amazing.
Yeah.
But there were a few pacing issues.
Okay.
In it. And it was mostly when they were doing the writing at the barn that I felt there was a little stuff where I felt myself kind of
it kind of like takes you out of the movie.
A little bit.
Yeah. Like you kind of feel like the movie like comes to a stop there and then it doesn't kind of like take off again until like they actually leave the barn.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I can completely agree with that.
So 90?
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. Seriously, nothing against it. There were just the pacing with it was just a little off. So that's what maybe the 5% I'm taking off, and then the other 5 was just for little issues here and there.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I really enjoyed with how they portrayed it because I thought that they were going to do what they have done in every other movie about people that I enjoy, like singing wise. Like with I Walk the Line, they kind of made Johnny Cash out to be a really big asshole.
See, I've never seen Walk the Line.
It's a good one.
It is?
Yeah.
The
music's like freaking rock solid.
The only one that I've really distinctly remember music biopic is Straight Outta Compton.
I have not seen that one.
I mean, if you do ever see it, just know that there's a lot of cussing in it. And
I didn't want to see that one because I'm not into rap.
Okay, see, that's fair. I mean, I NWA I think is a really good band. And like especially Eazy-E's story in that movie is absolutely incredible, and the actor that played him was amazing. But I don't know where I was going with that, actually.
Them being portrayed as assholes. Because I that's the route I thought they were going to take Freddie Mercury. That he was going to be.
That's what I thought so
like
too.
An asshole that just gets redeemed at the end.
And
he wasn't. He was super.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like you really felt. Yeah, you felt bad for him throughout the movie. Like you really felt for him.
He wasn't the one I ended up hating.
Oh, I hated his What was his
Paul?
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
Screw Paul.
I wanted to strangle him.
Yeah, Paul sucks. Yeah, I thought like throughout this, he was never an asshole. He was never like purposely trying to leave people out. It was his family, but he also thought that there were things that he needed to work through on his own, and he got manipulated into doing things differently. Like, he got manipulated into leaving the band, which
Yes.
is one of the inaccuracies of the movie, because I
Really?
don't think Queen ever broke up like that, or they ever split like that. I
Oh.
think Freddie went and did his own thing, but that was also when
Like
the other band members were doing their own thing with
Oh,
like family.
okay.
From what I understand, I may be 100% wrong on that,
All right.
but that's what I understand.
I wonder if there's like another documentary that like goes over like maybe like the stuff that they missed.
I think there is.
There
my
is?
mom. So my mom actually, I saw the final performance that they did for the charity performance. I saw that in a documentary with my mom, but my mom, like, she skipped over all of the informational stuff and skipped straight to the final performance. So there is a documentary out there.
Wasn't it said that the way it's portrayed in the movie, that's actually how long the performance was and how long it was filmed? Like they actually got the whole damn thing filmed.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, yeah, it
If
was
I'm-
it was a long performance.
It was an amazing performance.
Oh,
though.
absolutely.
Yeah, so from my understanding, and any of you bros, or I don't think we've ever specified this, but bros isn't specific to just dudes. Like, girls
Yeah,
can
I
be
don't think
bros
we've ever
too.
specified that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
girls can be bros too. Yeah, so if any of
Trademark
you
that.
bros know know of any different information, please email us
Yes.
and let me know if I'm wrong on this. But I'm pretty sure that they didn't split up, and when they did, it was because that they had personal family stuff going on,
Okay.
and Freddie was alone, so he was just like, I need to go do something, and so that's why he would all of his solo performances.
Okay.
So it wasn't him leaving the band.
All right.
ever.
All right, it makes more sense.
That was
now.
just a Hollywood dramatization.
I mean, I feel it's a given in this kind of movie. Like they have to like put stuff in like that to like keep the viewer, what's the word? Sucked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another inaccuracy that I know of, he was not diagnosed with AIDS until after that performance in the movie.
Really?
Yeah. He didn't find
Oh.
out about that until after. So he didn't know anything. So I feel like that was supposed to be like tugging at your heartstrings. Which,
Yeah.
from your looks, it totally did.
It did.
But
yeah, when he has
that's
to
not
break it to his team members, I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
Especially like how like he damn it, like the way he's like, I want to go out and be remembered for the joy that I brought to people and the music that I made, not for the condition that I have. And I'm just like, yeah. So that kind of sucks that was inaccurate.
Yeah, I was a little bummed out about that, because I'm like, oh, if this was actually how it happened, that would be so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was another inaccuracy. I'm sure there were more, but
that one hurts the
I'm aware of.
most.
So theme. I think the theme of this one, and maybe like you can get into it if you think I'm wrong, but was family in a way, or like a self-discovery. Like, what do you think?
I would definitely go with self-discovery. I think that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it definitely is kind of like there is family aspects of it. But I do think it's more of it's more of like a journey of self-discovery for Freddie.
Coming into your own.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I can get with that. So with his relationship with Mary.
Okay.
I loved that.
Oh, I did too.
And
like when he proposed to her, I'm like, "Aww."
Yeah, I know.
So sweet.
And that the song that he wrote for her, "Love of My Life."
Yeah.
I loved how that didn't change who it was for.
No, it didn't. No.
Even though his sexual preference did change.
Yes.
And this is something I got into with Bronson, but during the Super Bowl about this movie, but I realized that I was fighting a losing battle with him.
Okay.
When he was singing that song, when Freddie was singing that song, and Bronson made a comment and said, "Dude, but you're gay, bro." Like, I'm like, the love of your life can be someone that you're not married to.
Yeah, exactly.
Or someone that you're in a physical relationship with.
Yeah.
The love of your life can be someone else.
Yeah.
Like for most single dads, that the love of their life is their daughter.
Mm-hmm.
They're not married to their daughter, and like if I had one, and like Braille was out of the picture, that would be the love of my life.
Yeah.
And then that, like, I could have friends too that fall into that category. Like, Braille watches Grey's Anatomy, and they have a description for saying that someone's their person.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that fits into a lot of different categories.
It does.
Or like
I've
like
heard that saying
soulmate.
too.
Yeah, like soulmate, love of your life, your person, whatever. Like, I feel like even people that I'm not with anymore,
Yeah.
that I was with at some point, I felt at a time that they were my soulmate. And I feel maybe in a different way that still applies to them.
I get you.
I mean, I'm not with them,
Yeah.
but they had an impact on my life that's going to stand the test of time. So that's kind of like that part of me is going to be associated with them.
Yeah.
Just like there are going to be things about me for the rest of my life that are going to be associated with Brielle, and things in my life that I've gone through and dealt with that are associated with you.
Yeah.
Doesn't make you like I would never tell you that you're the love of my life.
Aww.
But you're.
I'm just
I'll
kidding.
say that's why I was going with Grey's Anatomy. Like, you're my person,
Yeah.
and Brielle is the love of my life, along with any daughter that I have or any child that I have is going to be the love of my life. And I liked how she knew who he was before he did. He was he was in denial, or I don't think he was in denial. I think he honestly felt like he was bisexual when he told her that.
Yes. Yeah.
And she was the one that says, "No, you're gay." And I was just like, and she didn't have any hard feelings about that
No.
either. She even said like I can't be, like, she was upset,
Yeah.
but she wasn't mad.
But
She's like, I can't help it. Like, it's not your fault.
Yeah. Yeah. I loved that part when she said that. She's like, I can't help your feelings. It's not your fault you're this way. Like,
Yeah.
I loved that so much.
Yeah. His story wasn't something that you feel like you weren't upset with someone other than Paul. Screw Paul.
Yes. Can we just kick his ass out the movie? Like, seriously.
But everyone else was just so supportive of him.
No kidding.
Like, and how crazy he was. He wasn't even crazy. Like, how he wanted to be himself. And I think that was portrayed really well, especially with his outfits. which we're going to get into costumes later, and I have lots to say about that. But with the theme of self-discovery, which I think we've decided that's what it is, there wasn't a whole lot of issues that I had with this. There were maybe some nitpicks, if I'm thinking
they're
really hard.
Really tiny, yeah.
They are, and they're not even worth bringing up.
Yeah.
So I'd have to say 95 on this one.
I would too.
Like really strong 95.
It's truly amazing seeing how far Freddie Mercury comes in this movie. It's incredible.
Acting. I had zero issue with any of the acting.
Like even Paul, who is an absolute dick, the guy that played him did a very good job.
He did such a good job, dude. I hated him.
He played a dick very well.
The only actor that I had an issue with was the guy that was releasing their album. The one that they brought Bohemian Rhapsody to.
You mean Mike Myers?
Was that Mike Myers?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
What?
Yeah, that was Mike Myers. Yeah, the guy that Freddie Mercury says, you'll forever be known as the person who turned down Queen. Right?
No shit.
Yeah, that's Mike Myers.
Oh my gosh.
I know you really can't tell because of all the makeup and shit.
That is crazy.
Yeah, that's Mike Myers.
Oh my gosh. That blew my freaking mind. Well, his was like the acting I had an issue with.
I would honestly have to agree.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Holy shit.
Yeah, his acting felt like a little out of place for the movie.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Everyone else felt like really...
Oh, yeah. Everyone else was literally perfect.
Dude, I loved their lawyer. What was his name? Jim Beach.
Oh, yes. Oh, I loved
that.
him.
Like, I thought he was like a dead serious dude. And he's just like, what's your name? Or when Freddie's just like, what's your name? And he's like, Jim Beach. And he's like, no. Like, I'm renaming you Miami. And then when what's his name? Ray Foster?
Yeah.
When he's just like, you got nothing to say about this, Jim? And he's like, it's Miami. I was just like, dude, you're the best.
Oh, that was great.
Like, that might have been my favorite line from the movie. It's Miami. All the rest of the acting was like super on point. Like, I cannot stress enough how amazing Rami Malek was.
Yeah, like there was literally nothing wrong with his performance. Nothing. It was practically perfect in every way.
Yeah, there's a scene that he does where he's talking to Mary in her apartment with the lights on, with the lights thing and the drinking.
Yeah.
When I think about it, it feels weird.
Mm-hmm.
But I've gone back and watched that scene in like a YouTube clip.
Yeah.
And it works. Like, when I think about it too hard, I'm like, how in the hell does that work? But the way he pulled it off was just awesome. And you feel like really just heartbroken about it too. You're just like, oh, Freddie.
Dude, the way he was able to portray this character is truly remarkable. Truly.
Yeah. And I have a real hard time giving a 95. But I feel like with Michael Myers.
It's Mike Myers, not Michael Myers.
Whatever,
I'm
Myers.
sorry, I hate it when people call him Michael Myers.
Mike is short from Michael.
I don't
asshole.
care. There's Mike Myers, the actor, and then there's Michael Myers, the serial killer. I'm sorry.
Whatever. I want to give it a 95. Just because he brings it down just a little bit.
If it wasn't for him, it'd be 100.
It would.
But, yeah.
Very much so. It would be 100. Character development. I feel like there wasn't a ton.
When it came to side characters, I don't think there was a lot. Like, you really didn't get to see any of the other members of Queen evolve, really. I mean, literally, like, as the movie progressed, you saw, I guess they got married. I guess they had kids, like they had a life of their own. But with Freddie Mercury, like it was completely his story. You
Right.
saw his character develop from a kid that literally just loved music but didn't really know where he wanted to go in life to one of the greatest singers of any generation.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Like you said, this is Freddie's movie. So I have a hard time docking points for the character development of the rest of the band.
Yeah.
But with Mary, she was also like a pretty main character.
She was.
I want to dock a little bit because I feel like we could have gotten a little bit more from Brian and and Roger.
Yeah, that's true.
And maybe a little bit more from Deacon.
Yeah.
But
so, would you think say like a 95 as well?
I want to say 90.
90
because of just the development that
Yeah.
they did skip over.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I'd have to agree.
Because the development of them was just really just kind of just out of the blue.
Yes, it was.
The only one that we got real step by step was with Freddie.
Yeah.
And his was just incredible.
Yeah. Like
you can totally see how it went with him. Well, this one's not going to be hard music.
No.
Friggin' 100.
Yeah. Oh. Every song was performed beautifully.
I really liked how they didn't always play the version that we're familiar with.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't the studio one. It was always like a live performance.
Yes, I liked that a lot.
Like, and they did that with everything. They did that with his first performance that he did with the band. The way that they cut the music into him playing with the band.
Mm-hmm.
They did the same thing with when he like auditioned with him.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was like, "Ooh, how are they going to do this?" Because I like that was going to make or break like the believability because I was like, "Are they going to do like play something that Freddie sang on his own or
yeah,
like how are they going to cut that?" But it was believable.
It was. And I don't know about you, but I had a very hard time resisting to not stomp and clap during We Will Rock You. It was so hard.
Dude, I had chills that entire
Me too.
performance.
Oh,
With We Will Rock You and the final performance just chills.
Dude, I feel so bad for this. I had no idea that Radio Gaga was Queen.
Are you shitting me?
I know, right? I know. I'm an awful person for that.
Dude, you can hear Freddie Mercury.
I know. I did not know. I'm awful. I'm a piece of shit for that.
You're damn right you are.
Thank you for admitting it. Thank you. Like, at least I knew We Are the Champions was Queen.
Dude, if you didn't know that, I'd have to punch you in the frickin' nose.
I would accept it with full force. That sounds wrong.
There were some...
Oh my gosh, you really had a problem with the music in this?
No, the music was on point.
I was like, bro, we about to have a problem here, bro.
No, like moving on to effects, which I think that the voice kind of isn't...
Don't you want to put 100 in?
I did.
What?
For music?
Oh, you did? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're on effects now.
I'm sorry, I have bad eyes. You know this.
So effects, and I feel like this fits into the effects.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit. Like I'm not going to dock anything because I think they did the best that they could with Rami Malek's voice. There was a few things that I had a hard time. Few times I had a hard time buying the switch between his talking and his singing. Just a few times.
Okay, that's fair.
During the performances, no issues.
Yeah.
During when he was like at dinner with his family with Mary,
yeah,
and he went and went to the piano and started playing and singing, that's where I had a little bit
that kind of that kind of like really jumped in.
It did.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's kind of rough to do because you can't get the audio from stuff. It has to have been recorded.
Yes.
Like you couldn't get that quality of audio from like a home video.
No.
So I think they did the best that they could.
Yeah.
I'm not going to dock for that effect. That is just one effect that I feel needs to be brought up.
Yeah.
Trying to think of like others.
I don't know, I think like would kind of like get like some of their concert performances, like the little added touches that they made with like, wasn't it at We Will Rock You? Weren't there like, wasn't there like not like streamers, but kind of like sparklers that came out from the stage? Okay, that looked really good.
Yeah, like all of the performances looked really good.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, all of the stage performances did.
So I don't know if like there's really any other effects.
I feel like the stadium that was filled up.
Yeah.
There were some things wrong with that.
Like what?
I feel like you could see the animation a little bit. When you got further back. Up front, you could tell it was like real people, but it was like the generated people a little further back.
Oh, I didn't even look at that.
Well, you think they filled that stadium?
Well, no, I knew they didn't, but I didn't know that the CGI was that noticeable because I wasn't really looking off in that direction.
Okay. Well, that's why I like the new system because I was paying attention to that a little bit more than I would.
Yeah.
Like I'd have to show it to you, but it's just
I'm gonna watch it again
once you get
tonight,
further
so.
out. Yeah, watch it tonight.
Okay.
During that last scene when you see the rest of the crowd further out.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
check it out because that's something I might dock it for a little bit.
So like, would you like dock it like 5 points for that? To like a 95?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything else was really good.
I mean, other than that, like, there's really no other effects you can really judge this movie on.
Yeah. One effect that I really enjoyed was the seeing the audience in his eyes.
Yes, that was awesome.
That gave me chills. But I also had chills during that like entire performance, so I don't really know if it was from that. But yeah, I think 95, dude.
I completely agree.
Really good.
All right, so you said you have some thoughts about the costumes. Let's hear them.
So they were spot on. They were beyond spot on, dude.
I mean, I really don't have anything to base anything off of because, like I told you, I literally knew nothing about Queen.
Right.
But from what I saw, the costumes were absolutely amazing. Looked incredible.
They were able to pick out and recreate his most iconic costumes.
Yeah.
Damn near flawlessly.
Like that. I mean, just like the simple white tank top, jeans, and like the spike band was it on his left or his right arm?
I want to say his right arm.
Okay, his right arm. Like, even though it's so simplistic, they pulled it off so well to where it looks like a fully fledged, beautiful costume.
Mm-hmm. It's iconic.
Yeah,
like you can't really think Freddie Mercury without thinking of any costume that you saw in this.
Yeah,
is an iconic Freddie Mercury. Like his when he had his big old poofy hair.
Oh yeah,
but with the red and black striped leotard that went down to like his lower stomach.
Yeah,
that's an iconic look for Freddie Mercury. Like if you were to say Freddie Mercury, the first one that goes through my head is the tank top with the band.
That's
and
the same
jeans.
thing for me.
The second one is that black and white leotard.
Honestly, the second one that goes through my head is when it's like when he first like shaves his head and like gets the mustache, and it's kind of like that I don't know what kind of, it's like how when he has like those shoulder pads and he's at his like party and he's wearing that kind of like coat with the hat.
Oh, like the Queen
Yeah.
garb?
Yeah. That's like the second one that comes to my mind when you mentioned Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. That was spot on too. Like that looked damn near that. It was flawless. I had zero issues with any of the costumes in this.
Yeah, I didn't. Like I said, I don't really have anything to go off of because I don't know a lot, but what I saw was amazing.
Yeah. So I'm
100?
100.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the last one that we got is the how it fit as like a musical drama.
So as far as like musical, it was fantastic. The performances were great. Like you really got into them, like especially when it came to We Will Rock You. And even with like the drama, just seeing like what Freddie had to go through to get to the point where he was at. And sadly, seeing him when he's diagnosed with AIDS, how thankfully it doesn't change who he is. And basically he goes out saying, I don't want to be remembered for what disease I have, but of what I gave to my fans, like how impactful my music was. And just seeing how all the drama through his life and just like how like how he was like put down, just all the shit that he had to deal with was some of it was really heartbreaking. And I think the biggest testament to this is Rami Malek's performance and how well he was able to capture Freddie Mercury. And just like I really don't have any problems with how like the drama in this or the musical or like the type of musical it was in this film.
Yeah. I've told you this before about like La La Land. I have a hard time classifying something as a musical when all of the songs are performances.
Yeah.
And they just kind of fit with the story. But I do kind of consider this a musical in a way.
Yeah, because I mean, it's actually like stage performances.
Well, I don't like to count stage performances.
Right. My bad.
But there was it's like a really soft musical for me.
Okay. I'll take it.
Yeah, but it definitely was a drama.
Yeah.
And like I said before, I loved how they didn't show how messed up he was.
Yes.
It just showed what like the stuff that he was going through.
Yes.
He like when I saw like all the drugs and stuff that the other guy was doing.
Yeah.
I thought that they were going to dive into like if like he was a junkie.
That's what I thought too.
And I was like, "Oh, come on, guys."
Yeah.
But they never dived into that. Like they'd show him with like a drink and never like snorting.
Yeah, but that was really it.
Yeah, like you never see him going through some crazy drug related stuff.
Yeah.
And I really liked that level of respect.
I did too.
That they gave. Even though I'm sure that there were situations like that.
Yes. Yeah.
But with how fondly it seems that the band members looked upon Freddie, I don't think that that's something that they wanted to see either. Because I know that was a big issue with the I Walk the Line movie. Because they focused a lot about Johnny Cash's drug issues.
Who played Johnny Cash in that movie?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he did all the singing too, and he was damn good.
Oh, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. So I feel like that was just like we knew. I think that the director treated the audience as adults.
Yes.
That could just piece together and know that there was something underlying there with like his drug use. But it was never something that they showed where he was out of control.
Yeah.
And the drama is usually between two people. But with
True.
this, it was never really between two people. Most of the drama was just with Freddy.
Yeah.
Dealing with his stuff. And there was like some stuff thrown in with Mary and some thrown in with the band. But most of it was with himself. And
It was interesting to watch him deal with his inner demons.
Mm-hmm. They really treated us like adults with this movie.
Yes, they really
They never
did.
were just like, this is what he's thinking, or did like a narration in his head.
Yeah.
Or anything that, like, unneeded exposition.
Yeah.
They treated us like adults. They're like, oh, he's probably going through a shit ton of stuff.
Yeah. And I was really grateful for that.
Yeah. So, when it comes to genre-specific stuff, because I'm not quite... If we didn't throw the musical aspect into it,
Yeah.
I'd probably be a little bit more lenient. But I kind of want to give it a 95.
Okay.
Just because of the musical aspect. Because it wasn't super musical.
It wasn't. Yeah.
And, yeah, so 95?
Yeah.
95, maybe? Why don't you want
if it
to
wants
type,
to.
you asshole?
There we go.
95, which brings our total, or our average, to 95. Which sits at a kind of a softer A,
Yeah.
a little closer to
A minus.
an A minus,
Yeah.
but
Still, I think it's well deserved.
I agree. A is a really well deserved score for this movie.
Yeah.
Can't recommend it enough.
No, like seriously, guys, if you have not seen Bohemian Rhapsody, go out and buy it. It came out today. Go buy it.
Hell yeah. Okay, well, I think that concludes all of our breakdown today, huh?
Yeah.
Like we said, final grade was an A. If you liked this breakdown and want to hear more, you guys can go check out our other episodes or our other breakdowns. Just know that the only other format that we use, or for like this format, is Buster Scruggs.
Yep.
All of our other breakdowns are in a different format, so do with that what you will. If you liked this and want to hear more with the weeks to come, you can subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, Radio Public, and Spotify. You can also check out our content on YouTube. Every episode gets released on YouTube as well. Any videos?
Coming soon.
Coming soon. Hell yeah. You can also follow us on social media. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/theallbros, no punctuation. Or on Twitter, and our handle is theallbros. Just look out for our logo. If you have something you want us to discuss in the next episode or a movie we should see, be sure to email us at theallbroschannel@gmail.com, or you can fill out our form on our new website. On our website. It's not new.
I was like, wait, what? When was I notified about this?
On our website, tinyurl.com/theallbros. Again, no punctuation. Also, let us know if I missed anything with like historical inaccuracies, or if I was even close to being right about the stuff that I called out. Because the only one I know 100% was the timeline on when he found out he had AIDS.
Okay.
The other ones I'm a little just like about.
Yeah.
But I'm fairly certain that I'm right. But let me know if I'm wrong. And we'll read your email or comment or whatever you want to do next week when we do Rose.
Do we either, because we're watching Halloween on Sunday, right? Aren't we?
Yes.
Okay. Do we want to do a breakdown of Halloween, or do we want to do our Dreamcast of Ghostbusters? What do you think?
We haven't done a Dreamcast in a while.
Okay.
So let's do Dreamcast of Ghostbusters and then Halloween after.
Sounds good to me.
Cool. So next week, we're going to do a Ghostbusters Dreamcast. So look forward to that. And until
I'll
then,
probably be leading the way on that one. No offense.
Yeah, dude. No, no joke. All right. Well, with that, catch you guys next week. This has been the All Bros Podcast. Deuces.
Bye.
Every gosh damn week, Rose.
Every gosh damn week, you need to shut the hell up on that. Get used to it.